as you know, the solar plexus is the energy center that connects us to our self-identity. And I know that this has changed for you over the years. In fact, you recently got married.
I did, yes.
Yeah. How has this changed the way you work in your business, or even how you view yourself as a woman, if at all?
I guess, well, my husband, I must say, is amazing. Like, if anyone, if any of you have ever met him, like, I met him doing what I do. I was traveling in the States and I was taking I Love Chakra around different spiritual festivals and Wanderlust yoga festivals. And I met him at one of these festivals, and he was working for a company called Inner Traditions, which is a spiritual book. And it's the biggest probably spiritual book publishing company in the world. So he's got a really good understanding, a really good grasp of the chakra system, in amongst many other things that sort of are encompassed by the spiritual realm.
Wonderful.
So he's very supportive, and like, I mean, he loves me obviously, so he's biased, but he's very supportive of what I do, and if anything, has built my confidence up to own it more.
Really? Tell us more. That's incredible.
Well, I guess there's always, everybody has the evil twin, the self-doubter, the saboteur in the head. And one of my challenges is to actually do these kind of things and put my face to my brand. I'm not really big on that, whereas he's really tried to encourage me to do that more. It might not be something I continue with because it still doesn't really sit with me, but I know that he wants me to go that way. So he builds me up in that capacity because I guess he sees what I do from an outsider perspective. I just see what I do as something I have that's quite natural to me.
Yes, that's right. And it's so interesting because when people talk about I Love Chakra, the first thing that comes up is your name. Oh, Katie Manexual, that's right. Yes, you know her as well. Yeah. So I also see you as the brand. I guess your name is your brand, or our name becomes our brand after a while, but it's not always tied in with our self-identity because we are so much more than just our brand, aren't we?
Yeah, totally. It's an interesting sort of situation. Like, I have other friends of mine who are jewelry designers who chose to use their name as their brand, and other business people who choose to use their name as their brand. And I think maybe that's something that I have to work through to be comfortable to do that.
Possibly not. Yeah.
Possibly not. Yeah, I know. I guess we'll probably get into it when we talk about the crystals, but I guess it's a similar thing. Like I want the person to use the crystals. Putting my name second to the brand name makes me feel a little bit more comfortable, and putting crystals in the hands of people and explaining what they do, but then making it it's up to the person really to take those crystals and go on their own journey with our guidance, obviously, and work on them themselves rather than looking to me, Katie Manexual, to heal them. I want them to look within and find enough self-awareness and use the crystals as a support system to find that self-awareness so they can actually work on healing and transitioning through any suffering they're in.
I like that. When I first started my business, formerly known as Empowered Healings,
right.
And then version 2.0 of my development morphed into Kundalini Rising.
Right.
And then eventually my current installment is my name, Patty Kikos. And I felt quite comfortable to do that because irrespective of where I was going to transition, I was always going to be Patty Kikos. And I plan to always be Patty Kikos. Yet with my celebrancy business, from the get-go, that was always a perfectceremony.com.au.
Right, yeah.
So
it's interesting.
It is interesting. And I'm very comfortable to keep it as such.
Yeah. I think it's fun, like, just to watch how you shift and change through life and which direction you go in. Like, business, well, I guess most people will tell you businesses don't stand still, and they change you as a business owner. I don't think you go into business thinking that that's the case, but they do. You grow with your business, and particularly in the spiritual realm. I mean, these crystals, and I'm sure your yoga practice and your celebrancy business has taken you down a road that you might not have expected.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. If anything, it's also taught me to own every aspect of myself. The times where I was incredibly successful, just as much as the times where I failed quite dismally. Yeah. And I have an equal attachment of love to both of them because both have taught me so much.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm also a lot more comfortable being uncomfortable these days, because that's usually my soul's way of trying to get my attention, to let me know that it might be time to change some things and update some stories.